Yeah, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video here on Hypixel Skyblock, and today, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be taking a look at the brand new enchants a little bit closer. You know, we're going to be testing them out and see which ones are, I guess, better than the others. So yeah, but for this test, we are going to be using the Livid Dagger, and then I don't know, I might do maybe dungeons, because one of them it's mainly for dungeons, and that one is the Titan Killer, and it is pretty good for sure. I'm pretty sure, because I've seen people use it to go up against like the blood rooms, since they have like a lot of defense and stuff. So Titan Killer over Giant Killer might be better for dungeons, but then out of dungeons, maybe Giant Killer may be better, because you know, the mobs out of, you know, over here in the overworld at the end, wherever, they don't really have that much health or defense, so it doesn't really matter. But yeah, I mean, that's the same thing that goes with Prosecute and Execute and First Strike and Triple Strike as well. So yeah, we're gonna be taking a look at these new enchants for the swords mainly, and then possibly even the fishing rod, because we can take a look at one of them. And then for the bow enchants, there's only the new chance, which is just looting 3 pretty much. So anyways, we're gonna take a look at some of these combinations, which if you want to use Prosecute, you have to use First Strike, I'm pretty sure, because if you take a look at Prosecute, increase the damage dealt for each % of health, your target has up to 35% damage. And then if we take a look at Execute, which is better with Triple Strike for sure, because of the, I mean, for each % of health missing on your target, I mean, the more health that they're missing, the more damage you're gonna be doing. And then for Prosecute, it's pretty much the other way around, dude. So yeah, the more health they have, the more damage you do to them, and then the less health, yeah, it's not really gonna matter. That's where Execute comes in. And then yeah, if you're gonna be like challenging mobs that are not one shot, not using Prosecute is a good idea, because damage reduces by a lot. And then there's also Thunderbolt and Thunderlord as well. I mean, both of them are the same. I would probably, I mean, Thunderbolt strikes monsters within 2 blocks with every 3 consecutive hits, dealing 15% of your strength, which isn't too bad, I guess. I mean, that would be 75 for Thunderbolt 5, and then for Thunderlord, it'll be 125%, and then it'll strike the monster. It's the same thing, but I guess without the 2 block range, possibly. So I don't know, I'm gonna be testing out the Thunderbolt, even though we barely even see that, so it doesn't really matter, because Thunderbolt and Thunderlord, I mean, you know, I guess they'll be good here and there, but not constantly. So yeah. And then we also have, we got Siphon. Lifesteal Siphon is mainly just for if you have like 100% crit chance, and if you do not, then go for Lifesteal, and then Lifesteal 0.3. But if you have Lifesteal 4, you can easily be Siphon 3 unless you have Siphon 4 or 5, which will be 0.6 if it's level 5. And then yeah, this one, it only heals if you do any critical damage, and then it doesn't heal if you don't do any crit damage. So this one obviously is gonna be good with with the Livid Dagger, dude. Like, what? Hello? It's gonna be 100% crit chance, so it's gonna be better. And then for the Lifesteal, it's only for those if you do not like have that much crit damage. So yeah, but I mean, if you have Lifesteal 4, and then it doesn't really matter unless you have like higher Siphon as well. So yeah, I would go with the Siphon for crit damage, and then Lifesteal for regular damage to crit damage, whatever. So first off, you know what, we're gonna do the Execute versus Prosecute. So first we're gonna use Execute, and then, well, it looks like I'm gonna have to swap my Triple Strike into First Strike real quick. And then should I change my Titan Killer as well? Might as well go back to Giant Killer. I mean, Giant Killer for each % of extra health that your target has up above you to 25%. Yeah, I mean, I'm so confused on this one. I mean, I'm pretty sure Titan Killer is only good for dungeons, and then Giant Killer is out of dungeons, and then increased damage dealt for every 100 defense your target has up to. So yeah, that is a lot different than this one. And this one is like for each extra health they have, not defense. It's just if they have more health than your normal health. So yeah, that's where Giant Killer comes in. So we're just gonna go with Giant Killer again, and then we're also gonna go with First Strike. So we're just gonna go with the normal enchants, and then just see what happens from there. First off, we're gonna take a look at the Execute plus, you know, just a regular enchant, so Giant Killer, etc. And then so yeah, First Strike, I mean, for the 8,000, we're gonna have this guy out. Let's go ahead and swap on now to Superior Set, just to test it out even better. And then yeah, 69,000, unless of course, dude, this one is a lot better possibly. Let's see. Yeah, okay, 74,000, right? Is it better? Hold on. Yep, all right, Shadow Assassin Armor is better. All right, so we're gonna be using Shadow Assassin Armor. I don't know if I'm gonna be using this for the, you know, the Slayer quest though. Possibly not, but we'll see. Anyway, 74,000. That is, that's alright, you know, it's not too bad. And then if we do backstab, it's gonna be up to 149,000. Alright, so that's with execute plus first strike. Now let's try execute plus, no, not execute, but first strike plus prosecute instead. And see if it does a lot more damage than 79,000. Prosecute plus first strike, let's see how much damage you do. And then, yeah, 80,000. So we went up like 6k or something around there. That is pretty good. Alright, so yeah, prosecute plus first strike, definitely good together. But that's only if you're going to be one-shotting them. And if you're not going to be one-shotting them, that 80,000 is going to go down to like 39,000 every single time, like no matter what, which sucks. So yeah, I did try this. I was like, for the first time, I was going up against like some sea creatures, the Sea Emperor. I was doing 39,000 only all the time, dude, instead of my normal 60k when I had execute on it. So yeah, this one is just for one-shotters, all right? That's it, prosecute. Other than that, completely garbage, all right? So yeah, we're just gonna go back with, you know, let's try out, I mean, I might as well do Titan Killer. I mean, it doesn't really matter, but it's definitely going to possibly decrease unless the Enderman has like a lot of defense, but I highly doubt it, dude. So, yeah, but Titan Killer, I would say this one's probably, and I just wasted a lot, dude. I keep on forgetting, but this one's probably just going to be for dungeons and then possibly even Slayer quest mainly. So, yeah, 76,000. So, yeah, that's without, this is what Titan Killer did. That doesn't have a lot of defense, so yeah, Giant Killer is, there's a little difference, you know, if they don't have that much defense. Giant Killer is for those that have higher health. Titan Killer is just for those that have a lot of defense. So possibly good in the dungeons, I would say for sure. Alright, now we're back to execute and triple strike plus the Giant Killer. I'm pretty sure, yes, we're back to Giant Killer. So yeah, this is a Giant Killer plus execute. And then triple strike as well, which isn't going to be doing too much because we get to hit it more than once, obviously, on the mob. So I would say triple strike is definitely good because it's like, well, 40% each hit after 3. So that is definitely doing a little bit more than at least, yeah, it's doing a little bit more than the first strike for sure. So I would say triple strike is definitely better than first strike for sure. Yeah, all right, it's time to go ahead and test this thing out against the Slayer mob. I'm gonna be going up against possibly the Revenant first, and then yeah, I would say Revenant. And it's a good thing that Aatrox is voted right now because it's only be costing us like 25,000, dude. So yeah, I mean, we'll see if we survive this thing, dude, because I am not actually fought against this thing using this armor set whatsoever. So yeah, we'll see how this goes, man. And then we'll take a look at the Shredder Rod as well. I feel like prosecute and first strike 4 definitely gonna be good with this one, you know, since it's only like a one-hit wonder, whatever. And then yeah, instead of like having triple strike and then execute, unless you're just gonna be constantly using it like that. But yeah, we'll take a look at that real soon. Let's just go ahead and spawn in our guys. And then yeah, 59,000 against these guys, 60k. Not too bad, man, not too bad. All right, bring us back. All right, it should be spawning. Here we go, man. We should be good, right? Yeah, okay, we're fine. Let's see, this is Giant Killer. I guess we can time it, actually. Yeah, I might as well just time it because yeah, well, it'll be a little bit difficult to see, like to tell. I mean, unless I record it and it just come back to it, like in-game recorder or whatever, and then come back and see how much damage we're doing. But that one took us up to 12 seconds to kill with Giant Killer. So, all right, now let's try Titan Killer. I should have definitely, I think I might do it one more time just to make sure. And then actually, no, I think 12 seconds is fine enough, dude. We'll say like 10 to 12 seconds right there. And then let's go ahead and try Titan Killer. All right, dude. We got double back-to-backs on there, but oh boy. All right, let's cut off like 2 seconds right there. Now let's see with Titan Killer. All right, so far I think Giant Killer wins, I would say. That one felt like at least 15 seconds. We'll cut off like 2 seconds there though because we were a little bit late. And then yeah, okay, I mean it's pretty much the same thing almost. But yeah, I felt like Giant Killer was a little bit faster. So yeah, I mean then again it was against the Revenant Horror Zombie. So Yeah, but I would say, yeah, Giant Killer is probably still better than Giant Killer, not gonna lie. Especially because of, you know, some of these normal mobs, unless you're doing dungeons, then, yeah, definitely using Giant Killer is gonna be a lot better against these normal mobs. And then, Giant Killer against, like, the blood rooms and stuff. You know, it's just mainly for those that have a lot of defense, you know, a lot of armor or whatever, you know, and then, yeah, Giant Killer is good, but I think I'm going to be sticking with Giant Killer instead, just because, you know, they're going to have a little bit more health than me, and then I'll be doing some damage, and then at least I'm guaranteed to do a little bit extra damage, right? Just a little bit of extra damage, and I'm going to need a little bit more XP, but, yeah, that is pretty much it, though. So, I guess, you know, let's just go ahead and take a look at the Shredder Rod again. We're going to be swapping this for sure, indeed. I want to have the other one instead, so... yeah, this one's like 11,000, and then, oh boy, we need crit damage. Well, we are not getting any crit damage whatsoever, dude. 55,000, alright, let's go ahead with the other one then. Prosecute plus, First Strike, because this one, it has a regular enchant, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it does. Alright, time to do the other ones. Alright, so this one's with Prosecute instead of Execute. So 60,000. Yeah, we went up like 5k, 10 to 5k extra. And then 1,000 extra normal damage. I mean, 11,000 to like 12,000. Not too bad, dude. Just a little bit. So yeah, I'm definitely going to be using Prosecute plus First Strike with the Shredder Rod for sure. And then, yeah, unless, you know, I start seeing some things while I'm fishing and it's like, well... I think I'm gonna go back with First Strike, not First Strike, but Execute, and then possibly Triple Strike instead of First Strike, and then yeah, no, Execute. So yeah, but anyways, dude, that's pretty much it for today's video. So I would say the best combos for sure, Prosecute and First Strike is for one-shotting, and then the other way around, Execute plus Triple Strike is just for more damage, and then Giant Killer and Giant Killer, it depends on like what mob you're going to be focusing on more. Like, does the mob have, I guess, possibly more armor, more defense, if you know if they have more defense, or they're just healthy. But if they're healthy, go for Giant Killer. If they're like defensive, go for Giant Killer. I would say that's going to be mainly used just for dungeons, Giant Killer for sure, dude. And then Giant Killer, it's just for overworld stuff. So yeah, I would still say Giant Killer for sure, unless you guys know Giant Killer is actually better than Giant Killer by a little bit. But I would say Giant Killer is better than Giant Killer. So yeah, my combo for sure is going to be Execute plus Triple Strike, and then Giant Killer, and then Thunderbolt. I mean, I'll keep Thunderbolt for now, you know. But yeah, those ones don't really matter. It's just Giant Killer, Execute, and Prosecute, and then First Strike and Triple Strike. Those ones are the main important ones. Do those combinations, and you will be good. And yeah, anyways, that's pretty much it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. And yeah, peace out.